And there's no like... I guess Pugna is a good mana void target, but the other 4 heroes are not exactly the best mana void targets.
Prepare for battle.
Last pick, carry only.
Classic, you know.
Well, Pugna mid then winter is not something I've seen a whole lot of. We saw it a lot as a support, especially on the strength of that asset, that siphoning ward. We'll see how good it looks here as we get underway with Game 1 in our Elimination BO3 Series qualification for Dream League Season 25 at stake. 2 teams getting through from the Chinese region, so if you get to the lower bracket final, you're 1 game away.
He says, stop complaining, I didn't pick my Razor. Apparently Razor is his best hero.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, the only mid Pugna I've known has already been sent to national service.
That's true.
He left the national service last week, I think.
I don't believe the Finns call it that, though. I think that's a Singaporean thing.
So what do you call it?
When I talked to Matumba Man, he basically said, I'm running around in the forest pretending to be a soldier. So I don't know what he would call it. Glad that guy, though.
It's still considered mandatory military.
Absolutely. I don't want to take anything away from it. I only mean to share just a fun story. We had intended to invite, back in the Bali Major days, we were looking for another analyst to join us. We were looking for like an ex-pro, to try and balance it out a little bit, right? Because we were bringing BSJ, and we're like, now we need someone who knows what they're talking about. Jokes. But we wanted to bring, we tried to bring Matu, and I remember I sent him an email. And he replied back about a week later, and he said, hey, bro, sorry, I would have loved to go, but I'm still going to be running around in the forest pretending to be a soldier for a while or something like that. He had a very, very humorous response, very dry, Finnish humor. And, well, now it's Topson's time, or Topson's turn. Don't be us.
Yeah, he'll be leaving for quite some time, We're going to miss him. And we can't really do much about it, but patiently wait at home for Topson to be back with his Pugna and Invoker. Hopefully those heroes are still viable when he's back.
The Invoker might not be, I have a feeling. This guy's been pretty strong for some time, hasn't he? Feels like we've been in a...
I mean, he's been very different, like, to be honest. If you compare the Invoker now to the Invoker when Topson was playing a lot before. I mean, he plays it now too, but when he was known for it, when he kind of popularized it before, it was a very different hero. Same spells, but very different playstyle. Like you go Meteor Hammer, run around, kill people. Now, you sit in your lane, you dominate your lane, you farm, you respond to ganks, and you ghost walk around, because it gives you regen. So it's very different, from before. Before you don't really ghost walk running around to gank, now you do. And you kind of have to play for your scaling as well. Like, because your right clicks hurt so much with your new facet. I mean, he used to be like just a spellcaster, before. Now he's more of like a you cast your spells and you have to also do really well in terms of scaling. You buy items to right click people. And we're gonna see whether he can actually create enough space for the anti-mage to farm this game. Anti-mage is gonna need a lot. He's going to need a lot of time to farm. Hoping that his team gives him that. Nick Skank, Solar Guardian follow-up. We get some pickups left and right.
Pausing in this game so far.
Are you back, sir?
Yes.
I heard you took a quick snack break, Because I took a quick snack break yesterday. You wanted to take revenge on me.
That's right. Needed a very quick snack. No, just the most briefest of disconnects there from Discord. Not to worry about it. As well, hopefully we get settled and ready to go here again. This poor alchemist here having some connection issues, it would appear. And, well, we did have a delayed start to the lobby. A few minutes of pause time here, Winter. We're going to run out of things to talk about. You know what that means. It's going to be back to talking about food.
I already started that conversation by asking about your snack.
It's true. I didn't have a snack, but, you know, I will admit now that I'm back in the US for the holidays, I have been gorging is not really the right word, but it does it justice. I have been enjoying myself, my favorite American snacks yet again. Have you ever had a Rice Krispie treat, my friend?
Yeah. You know, it's very common as a dessert.
Oh.
Some, what did
Really?
you call rice cake?
I don't know if I've ever had a rice cake. I didn't know it was a thing.
Crispy rice cake.
Oh.
Have you not been to anyone's banquet, like a wedding dinner? It's usually
No, I've
quite
never
common.
been to. I've never been to a Chinese wedding dinner. Only a Malay one.
Did I not
We
invite
didn't.
you?
I don't have a lot of Chinese friends that have gotten married. Well, I really you could put the period a lot earlier in that sentence. I don't have a lot of friends.
Why do you have to do this to yourself? You know?
Ah, well, you know, the self-deprecation is at the core of self-improvement, I believe.
Fair enough, you know. You've always been a person that
That's a strange
is
manner
very
of conduct.
critical about your own performance.
You need to be to improve, I say. It's the only way. We have a bit of all chat here, Winter, I assume. Just a bit of banter. They seem friendly with each other, which is nice. Unless, of course, they're swearing.
He said in a LAN cafe. Wait, so some of them are still in Malaysia?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wonder which LAN cafe they're at.
Yeah, we should just go. Okay, not we, but I.
Yeah. Well, you know, if I leave now, maybe I'll get there by the time we resume.
If you leave now, I think you make it when
When we start tomorrow.
no when we start tomorrow, right? Can you make it? No,
Yeah, I'll
actually,
land.
you can't even make it. Come on, bro.
I think I could. The shortest flight's about 21 hours. You know, if the plane left now, I'd barely
Mhm.
make it.
Dude, bro, there's no way with traffic and everything else.
All right, how much you want to bet? I'm
Well-
calling Alvaro right now. We're making a stupid bet. I'm throwing away all my flight plans and reservations. We're going into the country.
So if you make it, I'll owe you a lifetime favor. One big favor.
You're just gonna buy me a chicken rice and call it a day, my friend. I
No,
already know.
no, lifetime favor. No. I didn't specify what, but yeah, lifetime favor. You only give lifetime favors to your best friends.
Is it true?
Yeah. You walk up to some random stranger, hey, I'm gonna give you a favor, you know, anything you want, sorry.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I think a lot of people wouldn't take that very well, would they?
I just like you so much. I'm gonna grant you your wish anytime. No limitations.
Usually, you know, they say you have the opposite problem sometimes, where people don't like you because of your face. You know, you got a face problem.
Face problem, yeah.
You know, that-
you only
that's-
do that in SEA. I don't think you
Yeah,
say
no-
that anywhere else.
You don't say that over here. No, people when they don't like you, they'll just be mean to you straight away. They won't be like, "I don't like your face," or I guess you know it's the same thing really. But I don't know. I guess we just don't really have a saying for that here. But you do over there, and I like it. A face problem.
So in North
Yesterday-
America, if you don't like someone, what do? Do you just ignore it and
Yeah, you ignore their messages. When they invite you out to eat, they don't answer or they cancel and reschedule. You know.
they tell
what
you
else?
to go dinner 5,000 kilometers away, right? Hey.
Yeah, something like that. That's
Whatever.
right.
30 seconds to battle.
Even at a
Sends you a
fraction of my
location
best, I have
somewhere.
fought you immensely.
5,000
Was,
kilometers
that-
away.
That's very funny. Yeah. All right.
Hey,
Well, we are
guys.
back in action.
It was lame.
How about that dinner, sends a random location far away.
To be
I'll never
fair, to
be able to
Oliver and
get
myself,
over that. It was you.
We didn't know. We didn't know we were gonna get high. I was with him. We didn't know we were going to be working that event until basically we flew over for that one. All right, here we go at the horn. This looks like it is going to be a little bit of a sad Tide Hunter, especially if they can steal a little bit more of that mana. But nope, the move speed not quite
That's a
enough in that
strange
AM's favor.
Steal? I think steal is rather inappropriate. Anti-mage doesn't steal your mana. It's not Lion. Or Invoker, for that matter.
That's a good point. You got me on that one.
He burns your mana. I don't. He removes your mana. And you gotta be precise with your wordings, People will get the wrong idea.
Oh, that's true. Yes, people do really get the wrong idea.
Oh no.
What would you
Bad Rider. Okay, so what would I what? Okay, he's mine. What would I
What would
call
you
it?
call it for what Nyx does then? Does he burn the mana as well? Do they all just burn mana?
I mean, if okay, that's a tough. I don't know. Because he removes your mana when he right clicks you. So, I guess it's burn.
Yeah, he's a weird hero, isn't he? He's a freaking weird one, that guy.
Yeah, look at what the weird things he's doing already. Pulling waves. He didn't go for boot, so he has wind lace against Undying. That's usually what happens. I think there's a problem with heroes like Undying. When people do this, like it kind of nullifies a lot of your strength as a hero. Because this hero is mainly meant to be a lane dominator, but everyone just pulls the wave against Undying. I mean, sure he tried to get boots. He got boots at level 1 to try to combat this shenanigan, but I don't think it really stops the Nyx from doing what he wants to do here.
Are we due for another creep aggro update, to kind of give some of these laning heroes a better chance?
I don't know how you should change it, because if you totally remove it, then the heroes that can dominate lanes like this will be constantly being picked right away.
Yeah, like some Viper or some nasty hero, right?
Yeah, because you can't stop him. You can't pull the wave. I mean, they already changed it a couple of times. They made it a lot more difficult for you to pull the wave. You can't pull the first wave. You can't pull it too early. Blah 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 blah. But it still happens. Do you think it's interesting to see different ways of like approaching the lane, so you can pull creeps instead of just like laning? Sometimes you can
Absolutely.
jungle.
Absolutely. I don't think it's necessarily in the spirit of Dota, to be completely honest with you. I think it's for the best that the more ridiculous ones do get patched out. But I remember quite vividly and fondly Eternal Envy playing mid Bristlebacks versus the DKs and DPs we would always see, and he would just start pulling waves from the first one until that got patched out very quickly. There's first blood down bottom, as Hao has it on Hara.
Yeah, that's not too bad for the CM to die there, even though it's first word. The AM burned all their mana, and he got the Lotus. That was a big outplay.
Yeah,
eventually you have to die as a CM in this lane. There's just no way around it.
Well, yeah, to go back to the question you asked, I generally really like seeing those kinds of bits of ingenuity, but I do think it's, ultimately it's a 5 versus 5 game, right? I don't think you should be able to cheese it that much out of the gate, necessarily.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a fair point. And now AM gets the kill. Barrier. He was really low, going for the CM kill, and now he dies. So that's why I felt like the CM dying there was not. It was actually good for him. It was good for the AM that the CM died there and the AM burned all their mana.
True. It's a little bit of a first blood bonus, but ultimately not the biggest deal in the world, is it?
Yeah, no.
Let's talk about this mid Pugna a little bit, shall we? For V.
Yeah, why is the mid Pugna here good against Invoker? Is it just the matchup? It's good against Invoker? You cast a lot of spells, are you going to max your Nether Ward? Actually, probably
No,
not.
I think usually you really only see one point in it for a while. I don't think it scales that well. Back down bottom, once again, Bat Rider in trouble, is just going to go down. Good magic damage here onto the Tide Hunter. Maybe they kill him here? No, he's so tanky, isn't he? Even with that orb of
It's,
corrosion,
it's
they still will not get
it's worse than dying. Now he's stuck here with not really too
No
much
mana.
resources. Yeah. And he needs to
the
get
only
level 4.
thing. The only thing I can imagine, Winter, is that, you know, versus these kinds of heroes that love to rotate away, like this mid invoker, right? He wants to be able to rotate and really make a difference in the side lanes using his spells and early items, blah, 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 right? It sometimes does feel really nice to pick these tower siegers, right? So that if he does rotate to a side lane, like, you immediately lose that tower. That's kind of the only thing that I can really see here as far as the theory goes.
Yeah, but the invokers don't really move a lot. They just sit in the lane and farm nowadays. It's very different from before. You don't exactly, because you're strong in the lane. Before, the invoker's not a good laner, Coswax especially. So you don't really want to sit in the lane. But nowadays it's very different. So I don't know if you could say that anymore as a Pug Knight invoker. I mean, we see the bat here trying to take the tower with the arsonist, but it's funny, but yeah. So Catapult Wave is here, 6-minute rune, and the 2 supports here, they definitely are looking to take the tower right now.
Yeah, okay. Maiden's going to end up rotating on through, as will the Nyx Assassin, as the minute 6 rune spawns bottom, denied by the Crystal Maiden. A glyph used here pretty early on as well,
This
as the
tower's
bot
dead,
tier
I
1
think.
tower is taking a bit of tower. This tower is very dead, wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually didn't try to defend it. Nyx and CM kind of didn't really commit to defending. Maybe they felt like there's no way they're going to do this, right? But they actually did it. It's a Pugna and bat with arsonist.
Ugna, he just needs about another blast or two, and he's got that
Yeah,
Fang.
tower's dead. Did I?
There it goes, denied by the Invoker, so they got what they came for, even if they don't get the bounty.
Yeah, but Invoker's still pretty happy. He's one whole level ahead of the Pugna because of the
On
deny.
bottom, this Watermelon is slowly but surely dying. Pops the magic wand, and actually it's the AM who's ended up taking more damage here. Funny how that works out.
When you get the second point, the Kraken shot, this lane is easy for the Tide. The Tide doesn't really need the bat in the lane anymore. He just wants his
Comes the
solid
Invoker.
XP.
Blood Grenade thrown. Does sweep both of them up into that Tornado EMP now. Good kill onto the Bat Rider as Nemesis continues to just kind of walk away. But this is a big wave now with the wagon. A blink forward. They're going to try and burst him with the Mana Void. They don't quite have enough. Nemesis, he's going to just barely live underneath this tier 1 tower. But he will not be able to snag his minute 7 Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, very nicely done there by Manic on the anti-mage. Blinks over and then he blinks again to get the rune. It's very, very nicely done. Did they also get their own wisdom rune? Yeah, they got both wisdoms. So this is very, really nice for them. The anti-mage here is going to look for another kill on the Pugna. Doesn't even need the Mana Void. Holy shit, he is actually what a boss.
He's
you know?
cracked. He's taking a lot of damage though. They don't have a flame break for a few more seconds. A second stack of the sticky napalm blinking away and just barely to safety here. Nicely done by Manic.
He has max blink, you know, so he's very mobile to go for all these early game plays, you know, especially with the corrosion. That's what allowed him to actually get the kill on the Pugna. That's very nice.
Yep. And this bat is not so mobile, you know, not until you get that blink dagger are you bat mobile. Durain. He's gonna be in some trouble here. They've got a tombstone. They're gonna let it loose now. Level 1 tombstone, but the minus armor from this acid spray now is gonna make this a little tricky. The impale misses out from the Nyx Assassin as they have enough damage there. Eventually, Chris, he might be in for a bit of trouble here, as well as a second stun. Unstable Concoction is going to be channeled and thrown the way towards the Nyx. Down he goes. Revenge now coming through, courtesy of the Invoker. Cold Snap, EMP, Tornado, all perfectly connecting here. But they just don't have enough damage, even without the Chemical Rage active.
Yeah, very nicely done there by the Elk. Just getting those 2 free kills and getting out scot-free. And I think I'm quite concerned about like what the Pugna's meant to do here right now. After killing this tower, where is he actually gonna go? It's another Tornado EMP onto the bat. There goes all your mana.
Yeah, he's just barely going to get out with his life as well. Lives on 100 HP.
Is under attack.
Well, I guess they could just go down and push the tower with the Tide and bot, 'cause since Tide can actually sit in the lane against the AM. I mean, they just need the partner to... yeah, I guess the AM can never kill the Tide, you know. So as long as the partner comes over, they can actually push the tower. I mean, just look at this
It's
AM
pretty
like,
funny.
playing around with the Tide.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He got disarmed by the neutral creep. There's the Break of Dawn, gives him the vision to get a little bit more aggressive up top lane. Solar Guardian in onto Triple
Wow.
H, down he goes, and he's going to feed his Tombstone to boot.
That took a lot to kill one Undying, and he's back up.
Dire's
With his,
top tower is
innate.
under attack.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he is back up. Doesn't have a lot of spells, unfortunately.
He's gonna deny the...
Nice.
Oh, this guy is insane.
Yeah, I think he might die for that, but let's see if he can set up for anything now as B is rotated through from the middle lane. The Alchemist as well in onto 2, strikes down the Maiden as without any invis here. Oh, the Nyx Assassin drops to the Nether Ward. Invoker able to at least TP away to safety, but a heavy price to pay for the tower as it seems like not even Afterrain will be able to escape with his own life. 2 kills there for the Alchemist, makes 3 dead in this top lane in exchange for the tier 1 tower. Well played by that Undying. I didn't think Triple H would be able to get out of that one alive.
Yeah, very nicely done. He just basically acted as the bait. That is the danger of going on to an Undying. Deceptively tanky with the decay. And they got the tower, but they lost so many heroes, so it was not worth it for sure. And anti-mage might feel different, you know. Okay, thanks, you know, for creating space and free farming. I mean, the only issue with the AM is
Nemesis.
he can't really
Go
kick
ahead.
Nemesis out, that's all. Can't really kill him. But he can burn all his mana. Surprised he didn't go for a Soul Ring. He's just trying to rush his blades.
I think that's the thing that's been cracking me up. I don't know if Nemesis has had more than 200 mana since basically he walked into the lane. Such is
Nope.
life. As
Tower deny.
he
Oh.
is going to be able to get the tower there, secured by Manic.
Yeah, and Radiance completed by the Elk. Well, he's been having a splendid game. Radiance Facebook Soul Ring, 12 minutes. I think this is as close as it gets, you know, to being having a perfect early game on Elk. I think the fastest one I've seen is probably like 10 and a half or 11 minutes, you know, 12 minutes definitely up there. Now Nemesis is asking for backup, you know. I'm done, you know, with this AM burning like mana. Come, kill him.
Well, I think, oh, well, they're going to try for the Maiden. That is until the Solar Guardian now combined with the Freezing Field. It's a pretty effective solution. Nemesis didn't even have a point in the Ravage, so could not cancel the Freezing Field as he, as well as the Undying, will drop. 2-for-1 trade as the Invoker gets to work immediately on that mid tower.
That is definitely not respecting the global Solar Guardian there. Just didn't have enough heroes to go for that play. Yeah, at least the good news is the Elk is still like, top net worth, you know, he's really farmed. And I think the Elk and Anti-Mage, you have kind of like a pretty big window of killing him. Your Radiance and your Dagger. I think even at some point, some players I've seen, they go for either you get Orchid or you get Shadow Blade to constantly hunt down the AM, because you have a big advantage over the AM in terms of your item timings. You can always kill the AM until the AM has Manta, which should have like around 5, 6, 7 minutes window, you know, after the Battle Fury. Man, this Manic guy, man, this AM is just totally bullying the Tide wherever he goes, you know, steals his Ancient Stack, burns his mana, even though he can't kill him, he just burn his mana and go back.
Right. Poor guy. Still no Soul Ring in the quick buy, by the way, shockingly.
Yeah. He's just gonna have to play like this without mana for quite some time. I think Team Crocodile, they're just happy. They're farming on the AM, they're farming on Invoker mid. Dawn is also, I guess, pretty much free farming at top.
There are
As long as
moments
it's-
in this game where you're a little bit afraid of this Alchemist, though. I mean, these timings should be coming online soon.
Yeah, they should be afraid of the Dagger timing. It's the first timing. Dagger plus Radiance. They are going to have Solar Guardian for that, but he does not have mana. Okay, he has Soul Ring. So he should be able to get it, but they're ganking him, you know. This is always a good idea to gank the Dawn or the Spectre hero, the global hero. If you gank his
Word up
teammates,
here
he
for
can help.
After Rain, but there's going to be the Blink initiation, and it's just going to be a bit too well put together here. I reckon no way out, especially with that Flaming Lasso on top.
And bot lane again, they see the gank top, so they are pressuring the Tide again. Poor Tide.
More Tide.
Here to take your mana, and Invoker gets caught by the Elk. That's a very, very big kill. Now they know
huge.
our dear Elk has a dagger. Yeah, I mean, this
I'm
is
kind
the
of shocked that we haven't seen them play a little bit more around this Nyx Assassin with the Solar Guardian, you know?
maybe
They've
tried
had level
though.
6 for a while.
They tried, but I think they needed to maybe connect one more hero, either the CM or the Invoker has to come, because they were playing so spread out. And now bot, AM gets a kill, a huge kill on the mid partner.
Seriously, that's the second this game here already. As eventually, I mean, AM he's been in the laning stage for 60 minutes here, essentially, hasn't he? He's had no reason to leave this bottom side of the map. It's been going swimmingly for him.
Guess what, Richie? He's like so fat. Like you would not expect an AM to be 2k behind an Elk, you know, at this stage. You know, this AM is so huge, and he's gonna get his
this
Elk
Elk
soon.
is-
So the Elk killing the AM is going to be a pipe dream at this point.
Yeah, I guess so. This Alk's pretty big though himself. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, you're right. There's going to be problematic if they can't try and stop this Alchemist farm. If they can't boot him from this bottom side of the map. Right now, both teams content to try and, you know, power up their champion, Elk versus AM respectively at the moment.
Elk versus Anti-Mage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, for now, Elk has the upper hand, but I don't know how long more. I think at 1 more minute, it'll be gone when the Manta arrives.
So soon.
Yeah, dude, look at his net worth. Bro, he has, what, 5 kills? I mean, we see a
fair
lasso.
enough.
Dire's bottom
CM is
tower
found.
under attack.
How is alone? There is no backup.
Yep. Invoker's also in trouble here. Invoker's going to end up dropping. How dying to the freezing field, but Nemesis actually releases that first Ravage of the game in order to save his ally. Still goes down to the Maiden nonetheless. Back up top lane, they were able to catch After Rain as well, so it's a 3-for-1 trade. 4-0 and 7 now on this Alchemist. I think he already finishes off his own Manta here with that kill. Or is it an
Yes.
SNY? It's a Manta.
Manta, he
Dire's
finished the
bottom
Manta.
tower is under attack.
Guess he's afraid of, he just wants to remove the Frostbite. That's mainly the thing here. I actually think you might be onto something. SNY is also pretty good this game. 'Cause there's a lot of like small little mini stuns here. The SNY is, I think, good against everything. I think Manta is better in terms of like shuffling out the waves. You can send your illusions, but in terms of like amplifying your timings, SNY does it better. TP bot. Nemesis is calling for help. Get this
It's
aim out my
underneath
face.
his tier 3 tower. This could be the opportunity though to catch this Alchemist. They land a stun onto him, but he's actually quite tanky. Gets back up to the high ground here into safety without any problems. In the meantime though, over in the triangle, Triple H continues to try and bait him out. He does get his tombstone, but he is going to die 30 seconds until he respawns. Dokris, he's going to go next
avoid.
as he burns down. Max stun thrown here towards the Dawnbreaker. It's a big mana void, but just not enough. And now Manic finds himself in too deep. No blink available. He is going to go down. V finds a second kill of the fight. That's
Yeah,
a
that was
5
a-
times killing streak ended.
That was a crazy goal there. Then he didn't get the burn the partner. Or maybe he mana voided another hero. I didn't really see who he mana voided. Because the partner actually had still had a lot of mana there.
Ooh, Elk. It's going to go down to the freezing field and cold snap. Okay. Everyone's kind of underestimating this Maiden at the moment, honestly.
Man, no Manta, no way out for the Elk. It's on cooldown and now they want their revenge. And
Well,
they're
they
gonna get
find
it.
just a Maiden. The Invoker is nearby. They don't really have a lot of lockdown for him. They've already used that Flaming Lasso, so no opportunity to get +1.
Yeah, with Elk
Radiant's
dead.
bottom tower
Elk is
is
actually
under
their main
attack.
stun. Funny enough. The rest of the stuns are ultimates, long cooldown. And again, Nyx finds. Okay, they find the partner this time. Big kill.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, fine. That's a big fine there by the next assassin. Oh, Tidehunter, Ravage. They are going to try and get the Tide out alive. I don't really know how successful this is going to be now, as Manic Unleashed has not really much to fear here. Eventually cuts through that watermelon.
Yeah, we've seen this movie a million times at this point. The monk against the watermelon. Not so much of a fair fight, you know, some may say. And here comes Manic. Oh, he's so aggressive, he just blinks on the Undying right away. Luckily for him, he has a Glimmer. But it's not gonna stop that. Oh my god, he's still going. Man is crazy. I am farming heroes, says Manic, not creeps.
He's here to do one thing, and that is get tons of kills so far. That's what we've had. 15 to 18 as we chase after what would be our 34th kill here this game. They're going to make an effort for the Dawnbreaker. She's very tanky, picks up that bounty rune here. I think eventually they should have her dead to rights. That is at least until this next assassin joins. Finds a nice two-man stun. The Dagon gets the Bat Rider as Afterrain, still alive, finally finished off as V comes in to collect a double kill. Now with the Alchemist arriving, they will be able to overwhelm this Radiant side. 3 down once again in exchange for only the Bat Rider.
Yeah, they bought 5 heroes on 2 light. Whereas Crocodile, they are farming anti-mage, you know, for Protect 1. The rest are just trying to make space, you know. It'll be nice not to lose so many heroes, but at the end of the day, this is still their game plan. Create chaos on the map, and anti-mage is getting whatever he wants. I mean, he is actually insanely huge on the AM. He's going to have Skadi very soon. So the Skadi is going to stop the heal from the Pugna. He's going to stop the heal from the Elk, and it's going to kind of stop you from running away as well. They have a lot of heals, like heal on Undying too. A small little heal with the Soul Raid.
Yeah, that's true. What can it lead into though? Manic, he's leading his team into a dangerous position as the Maiden will be found out and picked off to start the fight. Manic, he's never seen the top side of the map. He's got no interest in seeing the top side of the map as he simply TPs home. Careful here. Oh, they had the lasso, just didn't really have the range there, but a good effort there. That Rider.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I have one question. Do you know if the corrosion stacks with the Skadi? The heal reduction?
If the corrosion stacks with the Skadi.
Yeah, because corrosion has like 4%. Actually 30% reduction.
Radiant are scanning.
And then you
20%,
get
right?
Yeah, when you get Skadi, this stack on top of it. Never mind.
I'm not sure. You would think they would, but it might be one of those weird ones because you used to have to build, you know, a Blightstone into Skadi, so maybe it's, you know, coded in a weird way. This is a bit of a brawl breaking out up top. Name Solar Guardian's gonna miss. Nemesis has a Ravage, but not enough mana to actually use the Ravage, especially now as he gets more of his mana burned by that EMP. Afterrain continuing to run and gun as he takes down How. Bit more damage here onto Triple H, but it's V who shows up and absolutely puts the damage down onto that Invoker. He will drop Dokris with a cheeky little spiked Carapace. Careful now from behind. Once again, the AM goes on in, but once again, it's going to be the Maiden who's caught and in trouble as the Alchemist just opening up now onto the Maiden. Freezing Field that time only lasts but a mere second as Triple H is still alive here. They're putting so much attention. Finally, they nuke him down, but it's still a 3 versus 2 as they do lose this Necro. Sorry, not the Necro, the Pugna. That's an AM jumping now back onto this Tidehunter, who's got to clear the anchor before he can claim his bounty. Eventually, he will get this kill as Nemesis goes down low on mana and eventually low on life. Just an absolutely long fight.
Which benefits the AM a lot. AM loves playing fights like this, so split up because you can get to solidarity targets, finish them off, and you can't escape him. And that was without the Skadi, and now he's gonna have the Skadi. You are not running away from the AM ever. Yes, Orb of Destruction as well, so armor reduction, and another slow. You are like a
he's-
snail, you know. If he hits you one time, you are a snail.
Ooh, careful here. Flame break the stun. They've got a flaming lasso now to hold him down. The damage isn't there, Manic. Another blink away, but they're giving chase. They're already on top of him again. Solar Guardian to give Manic a little bit of life or HP. He's going to be just fine. Does put the Stormbreaker in a bit of a tricky position now as both heroes worse off for wear. But still, there's just not really enough lockdown unless they can land a Ravage or
Elk.
something on top of these heroes. Alk, yeah, he's going to get caught here a little bit as the Nyx Assassin in the middle of 4 enemy heroes, just trying to stay on top of this Pugna, be as annoying as possible. Counter initiation now, so Tornado, it'll hit 2. EMP is going to force Nemesis to Ravage early. It's a pretty decent one as it's caught 4 heroes now. Hannah, once again, he's still
freezing
letting go on
field.
this freezing field. Eventually, he's going to be taken down, but not before he gets at least through 1. Manic opening up again in this fight as V can buy himself a bit of time on the Decrepify. Now the life drain, but it's not going to be good enough. Manic now on a double kill in this fight as only the Alchemist makes it out alive. These fights so pivotal here on what seems like a few spells missing or landing either way, but once again, this Radiant side who comes out the better.
If you don't get the Ravage into Lasso and the Elk stun on the AM, you're not killing him. I think they actually can't afford to Lasso anyone else but the AM. I actually don't think they can win the team fights if they don't Lasso the AM. They need everything on
Dire's
him.
middle tower is under attack.
And at the same time, when you get everything on him, there will be a Solar Guardian on top of it. Lasso onto the Invoker here, not the AM. Easy pick up.
Dire's top tower is
Okay,
under
I mean, that's something.
Top tower is falling.
Yeah.
Especially in
That's-
a kill when you don't have Chemical Rage is always very nice.
Yeah, Elk is going to build another way of dealing with the AM, so he has the Orchid now, building into the Blood Taunt. In Manic, again, once again, he really likes this watermelon punching back.
That he does as Manic finally takes a tour of the top lane.
Oh no. Oh
They're
no.
going to try and catch him here, actually. The stun does not connect here. Do they have enough to actually take
He's
him
leashed.
down? The leash, he can't blink away, actually. And he's going to go down. Solar Guardian just
The
means
bully's
they're going to
dead.
beat another hero here as the champion AM has fallen. The Acolyte, I don't know why I said Acolyte.
Surprised that the tide is not tipping him. He literally just blinked over to burn his mana, and then he died to the dead in the water. He got leashed and he can't blink away. I think he probably just needed. I think he didn't realize, you know, if he just hit the anchor, maybe he would have time to blink out. Okay, that's
Maybe he
for the
couldn't.
next fight.
Can you decrepify the anchor?
Huh? Decrep the anchor? You can decrep the tombstone. I don't know about the anchor.
I mean, I think it would kind of make sense to me, right?
Radiant's
But
middle
you are the
tower
one who
is
told me
under
Dota
attack.
does not make sense.
Well, I told you that Dota is a game of rules, but mostly it's a game of exceptions, you know? Which I still think is probably...
Is the anchor like a unit? Is
I think it
considered a
is. It would make the most amount of sense to me. I don't know if it's a
Radiant's
ward.
top tower
I've got to
has
look into
fallen.
that. But that's a big kill here on the AM. You can see they've lost 2 towers now as the Pendulum will swing back into control here. For the Dire side, a huge swing on that kill, really. See how much more they
Yeah,
can turn this
huge.
into.
Huge mistake there by them. Just feeling a little bit too confident, cocky. Which I think it's understandable, you know, when you're having such a good game like this, sometimes it happens, you know. You just feel like you're actually invincible, you know. But with the Orchid on the Elk and the Bloodtongue completer now, you actually have to just respect that, you know. They have more than enough to kill you.
The Nyx Assassin scuttling around. I think they've caught a glimpse of him first. They're going to try again for Manic. That's not going to work out. Ooh, good Manta dodge there on the self-stun, on the concoction.
Radiant's middle
Ow. He's going to just walk right up to Manic. He might not believe this is real, but it is. Ravage is pretty good. It's caught 3, but the Tornado stops it in any immediate follow-up as the Nyx Assassin as well with the Spike Carapace is going to have to put his own body on the line to try and turn this fight. The Elk still trying to fight through this one. Disarmed, but still burning down this Invoker all the same. Nothing to stop this freezing field for the second time as Manic able to do tons of damage here. Triple H eventually able to find that kill as Nemesis still alive for now. Turns himself invulnerable with the Ghost Scepter as they look to try and turn back onto Manic. Tries to go for that tombstone, can't quite get it done. Manic thinking about going back in a second time here as the Alchemist running out of that Chemical Rage is vulnerable. Eventually, they will be able to back out in time. He's got a butterfly now on this guy.
Can't believe that was a draw. 3 for 3. Both traded the offlaners and 2 support.
Careful, though.
Actually,
We
no,
might
one,
not be over
one core
here.
and 2 support. Yep.
Look away in
AM
time,
is still
Manic.
hunting. He's
Look at
hungry
him,
for
man.
blood.
He wants more. He does. He wants more, but he's going to end up going bottom where he finds his favorite punching bag. Okay, there's the anchor. Uh-oh.
Okay.
What's going on? Okay, Manic.
What's going
he's
on?
just too much of a gamer. He's too much of a gamer. They can't catch him.
Alright, Dawnbreaker gives him the vision now. Is he actually gonna try? Oh my god, this crazy guy.
What was this? What is going on?
Oh
I
my,
think he's in
he's
trouble
dead.
here. Is he just gonna die, Manic? He's just gonna die. Dokris, I don't know what he hit with the Vendetta, but it wasn't good enough. Maybe it was an illusion. All of a sudden, he's gonna go down next as the team baited by the vision of the Break of Dawn. I've never seen, I don't know if I've ever seen a more self-own.
Oh, did he actually have ulti? Maybe he expected the Dawn to help him. That's why he went in. He didn't see. Maybe it was still on cooldown. But regardless, it was like such a risky play there, you know. He went in 1v5. Okay, 2v5, you know, because the Nyx was with him.
Oh no, and another pick off here onto the Invoker is going to make things even more difficult. Force Staff away, getting blown back. Yeah, no way out for him here. He is going to drop.
Well, things are definitely taking
Lane.
a turn for the worse now. Everyone is dying everywhere. The Dawn died through the solo elk with the Blood Taunt. This is the power of the Blood Taunt, you know. The pick-off potential just increases so much. And you don't have, if you don't have any way of dispelling the Blood Taunt, you're just going to die to the Soul Rend, not the Soul Burn.
The Soul Burn, the Solar Rend, absolutely. And even the AM is going to be vulnerable to that if they can actually hit him with that debuff, because it provides 100% accuracy on auto attacks.
Yeah.
Piercing
And
that
the
evasion.
bonus damage as well when you get the Blood
That's
Taunt
true,
off.
yeah. It'll make very quick work of him.
Yep, level 25 coming for the elk. He is going to be Superman in his chemical reach.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He is going to be
Dire's
Superman.
structures are fortified.
I like the way you put that.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Do you only use that for Sven when he gets X? Super
Yeah,
Sven.
actually, I do. Yeah, I do. Superman Sven. But it makes sense for him, too.
Yeah, so Solar Crest. Everything on the elk, you know. And he has the shot too. The shot is always nice against like pesky small little stuns like CM Frostbite, you know. CM Frostbite too, you don't want to pop your Manta or BKB, right? So you get to use the shot.
He just into the inventory of the Elk. He's so big now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think the Anti-Mage is going to have to play another type of game. He's going to get caught by the Ravage. Lasso, Soul Guardian here this time.
No, okay.
He's
Solar
alive?
Guardian might be enough to try and turn this one. The Alchemist is in now as well, but he's going to end up self-stunning himself. Oh, after rain, he is going to get burnt to a crisp as Hara just focused down by the Alchemist, easily out-heals that freezing field. Manic has absolutely left him in the dust. He wants nothing to do with this fight any longer. Oh, but his team, they've got to make something happen around him.
The game plan has to change, you know, Richie. I think the Anti-Mage has to start hitting buildings and no heroes. They have to try to split them up, hit the high ground. And when they are not together, then he goes for the pick-off. Like he's going for a Nullifier, which is okay, great against the Decrep, whatnot. But I think he needs to realize that he has to already stop the crazy antics, you know, by running into the tide every time. He needs to just focus on the buildings and try to split them up.
Dire
Well,
are
he's
scanning.
been able to cut waves effectively, but he is kind of getting baited by a courier now. Finds V.
Oh, no, they have hacks.
But he's going to get scythed. This is going to be problematic if they can continue the control. They don't really have too much. The jump back on in. V gets saved above the Glimmer Cape as now Manic finds himself
Silence.
baited here
He's
yet
dead.
again. The silence just killed off there. Oh, he's playing things a bit too fast and loose, isn't he?
He's just having a little too much fun, and now I think he's going to pay the price. They're going to lose at least one lane, and then he might have to buy back. I think he probably doesn't want to. Okay, that was not close at all. That was
Assassin, yeah.
that was not close at all.
No, didn't really work out for him there. And now Alk, he is going to be unleashed into the base. The Blink Dagger on in. He has actually found the Invoker. Good stun at least out from the Dawnbreaker, but it's going to cost their own life as Hao brings him all the way back. That's going to be the double buyback now. Friesen feels some good damage now onto this Alchemist, but he is just sustaining through it all with that regen. They need the Skadi debuff on him now as he's going to continue to turn and fight, and he is tearing through this Dawnbreaker. Finally, the Chemical Rage is over as he will lose only his first life. And Manic unleashed onto the back lines now, causing a bit more havoc. Can they take down this Alchemist on the second life? He gets a 4-staff back, a big heal courtesy of this Undying now, and the Glimmer Cape as well, trying to outrun his enemies here. They fought back now, at least on the Tide Hunter. If he can get back involved now for a Ravage, there it is. It's going to catch all the heroes now around. They're aiming for the Maiden first. This Alchemist is absolutely massive and has taken down 2 already, but Matic trying to carry this game. What the Ultra Kill, trying his best to escape and continue to delay this game as the Invoker is going to be able to assist him from the wings. My goodness, what a fight. Manic doing as best as he can to force these openings, but the team fights, they're starting to look a little bit too difficult here, Winter.
Yeah, they have to try to, I think, single out heroes like what they did there. I think the fight was okay because they had to kill the Alchemist twice. You know, they killed the Elk with the Aegis, so the Elk actually died one time there. They use 1 buyback on Nyx and 1 buyback. Yeah, 2 buybacks. 1 buyback on Nyx and 1 buyback on the Anti-Mage, whereas their opponents use 1 buyback on Tide. I think it was not too bad, all things considered. The game goes on. Anti-Mage is going to have his Nullifier, so things are going to be a lot easier for him in the next fight. You can remove the Glimmer, Solar Crest, the Decrep. I think those are all the important things to note. And also the Ghost Scepter from the Tide. The battle is going to be about can the AM kill the Alchemist teammates faster, or can the Elk kill the AM teammates faster?
More gold never hurts.
Yeah, and it's been tough so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, they actually need the Dawn to have BKB actually now. Because the Dawn cannot afford to die in like the Bloodthorn, you know. If he doesn't have BKB, he's gonna die quickly in the Bloodthorn. Manic going in again.
Careful, how?
Crazy
He's
guy.
getting gone
Hex.
on, but could this be a bait? There's going to be the Scythe of Vice with the Silent Solar Garden to bring him outside, but he's being lassoed away. And that's a die back there, dead for 120 seconds. Big hit there on the Starbreaker, but the Dawnbreaker just not stand a chance against 4.
That has to be game, you know. Manic is just out of control. It's so scary when you have a teammate like just like going bloodthirsty in the game and just not really, you know, keeping a level head. It worked for the most part of the game, like the first 25 minutes, but they got to a point where I think after the Elk got the Bloodthorn, he can't play, and the Hex, you know, on the partner, he can't play like this anymore.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Another pick off. I think Invoker has no buyback. Oh,
he's in the Mighty Mines, and well, he does have buyback, but still going to end up being in trouble here, isn't he?
Yeah, friend Crystal Maiden trying to split push. This is definitely not her job. Solar Crest. The Seed Sweep. Nope, he's gonna TP back.
Assassin doing what he can, trying to go for a pick-off play here, but he just barely lacks the damage, doesn't he? He is going to go down as well. Oh, and the Maiden on the high ground just gets blown up. The GG is going to be dropped, Winter. This one, it's all over. Good effort there.
It is all over. They got Alchemist. That's what I would say. I mean, this game actually, I think it's a very good example of demonstrating the strength of the Elk, which every time he gets an item, I think from his Radiance, when he got his dagger, his like a 4-star, because usually 4-star is like the counter to the Night Stalker and his silence. But because the build is like so strong right now, it travels, Aghanims, and then you get your E-Blades and whatnot. Yeah, maybe this game you get 4-star, maybe. So you don't die to the Night Stalker. Because as long as he doesn't die in a team fight, you kite the Night Stalker ulti, then the Lina is going to kill everything else.
We'll see how things get going here if the Lina does end up popping off. Or maybe if she'll just be shackled and hexed to death many times as we start during the day for Game 2 of our lower bracket series here for the Dream League Season 25 Chinese Regional Closed Qualifiers. Team Crocodile down 1-0 against Tulight Team, who is on this Radiant side now.
"30 seconds to battle."
We have still some time until the Horn, but yeah, like you said, Winter, with that night rain talent, it's always funny to see the different movements and the less rehearsed daytime movements of the pre-Horn shenanigans.
Yeah, the move speed. You don't have that move speed to go and ward. So a lot of moves that normally you can make with a normal nighttime start is different. So nothing out of the ordinary happening. Oh, actually they got 3 runes. Okay, Dire got 3 runes.
No, 2 apiece.
Oh, actually 2 runes. Yeah, 2 runes. Sorry. My glasses are not working. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I need to get new ones.
It's too hot. It's too foggy in your room, huh?
It's actually too chilly because the air conditioning is very strong. Oh, Triple H, what are you doing, sir? That is not what you should be doing. A silencer, he is dead.
Yeah, he's just gonna die.
What the hell was he thinking? He just went up and he tried to hit the axe when he was coming with the wave. I have no idea what he was attempting. Let's just ignore that.
Didn't really work out as he thought it would there. As maybe Manic's going to lose his courier here. Let's see, Shaman more eager to block the camp, I think. But an early death, you know, it's not going to be too make or break. Well, we'll see, right? I suppose it has... Could be.
Yeah, this lane itself, I think it's already going to be difficult for the Berserker, and this death is going to make it even harder. So I imagine the Berserker is going to have a hard time here. He's going to have to count on backup coming from, like, who's going to be able to help him? I guess either the Shaman. I think Ember. It's going to be hard for Ember to help because Ember's going to have a top lane. So
they'll have to come from somewhere, that's for sure.
Yeah, rune control. I think they have to try to help the Ember by getting runes, and maybe the Shaman can rotate at some point to help the Bloodseeker out. I expect this lane to be tough for the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, especially after that first death, and Triple H, once again, he might be in a tricky spot here. Blood Grenade is thrown. I think he's going to live, but he is going to take a lot of damage. Axe considering going diving, and will now with the creep wave to chase. Does he have the space for the kill? Not quite, but a lot of value damage dealt there.
Yeah, this Berserker and Silencer, they're going to run out of resources very quickly.
Oh wow, they're just going to kill the Ogre? Hara is actually pretty tanky. The right clicks from Hao, not enough. Got very close up there in that top lane.
That's going to help the Bloodseeker. They're all low HP. Bloodseeker is going to be fast bot. That's very, very helpful.
Pause there.
Pause. Yeah, so let's just check on the CS. So Ember's doing fine so far. Actually, not really that. I don't know if this is fine. 18-3 on Lina, 11 and 1 on Ember. I mean, I know the lane's going to be difficult. It's going to get harder and harder because the Lina is going to burn a lot of resource from the Ember. You're going to take so much harass, so you have to buy a lot more regen, so you're going to lose a lot of net worth. Oh, top up.
Wait, really? He needs to go top up?
Yeah, top up. Haven't seen that in a while.
Wow.
Yeah. Top up.
Me neither, no. He got the warning. Your your credits will expire in 10 minutes.
No, 2-minute warning. He said he got the 2-minute warning.
Wow. Okay. So I think we ought to explain that to some of our viewers, right? They're playing from a PC cafe, and you know, at those places you pay usually by the hour, I feel, or you just have credit and you get charged until it comes down, and he needs to top up his credit in game.
I'm seriously getting tired.
He's on the payphone, you know.
Oh god. Yeah, pretty much, right? Now he needs to insert another dime. Gosh, that's funny.
It's pretty nostalgic. You were never part of that generation, right? To play at the LAN cafes.
No, no. I grew up in a very different PC culture. It was a bit more normal for us to own our PCs. We didn't really have like the density or the culture to go to like a PC cafe. I feel like after like coffee shops stopped having PCs, you didn't really see them too much. Do you have any good stories, Winter, from your your competition days and trying to get around the PC cafes or anything like that?
I think I already told you most of the stories. The embarrassing ones, the not the fun ones, the crazy ones. I basically said everything to you. I think my fondest memory is to play a tournament and draft outside in the in the alley. You know, we were all outside and just drafting the heroes. Because back then you actually had no way to draft in the game, apart from just verbally agreeing on certain things.
Right, you were serious when you said that earlier? I didn't know.
Yeah,
In
dude,
Dota 1.
bro. You know in Dota 1 there's no captain's mode, so it's like all pick and all random or
It's all
deathmatch
pick.
or something.
Yeah.
So there's no way of like the draft mode. It was made by the players.
Wow. That is truly a back in my day moment right there, Winter. I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed. You've impressed me. I think what I've always liked to see was my friends tell me stories about like the kind of like culture, like if you were mean to people, like some of the seniors, you know, your upperclassmen would kind of take you and be like, hey, calm down or whatever, you know. They were kind of self-policing.
Well, we were like yelling at each other across the screen. You know, that's my favorite part. You sit across your opponents, and you know we have all those like weekly matches. Some of the cafes have like they organize weekly matches. So every Friday, I always remember every Friday after class, we would just go over, register quickly because the slots are limited, and just get into the game. And then we would sit across our opponents and we would yell at each other.
So were you always really good at Dota 1 from the get-go, Winter, or did you have to like grind it out? How did that go for you?
Obviously, we have to grind it out, you know. We were noobs. Everyone starts out as a noob. I mean, this Silencer is definitely having a hard time grinding it out. He's getting bullied so much in this lane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he certainly is. He's not having a very good time here, is he?
Yeah,
he needs to sign up for some weekly matches and
it's gonna be a weekly match against a Blade Mail X soon.
What other pros from the Malaysia scene came up in your same LAN cafe? Did you guys, you know, is your LAN cafe your local one? Was it famous for like you and a few other players?
No. Mine is like the one next to my college. That's different. Most of them didn't go to college. You know, they just came out to play as soon as they finished high school. So mine was a bit more different, but they played in their LAN cafes, you know. And a lot of the LAN cafes have their weekly or monthly tournaments. Because Dota was like so big back then.
Right. Crazy.
And you would travel to different states to actually play their weekly tournaments. That was like my weekend after studying for the weekdays. Weekend we travel, like we would go down. I'm from KL, so I would drive down to Penang, I'll drive down to Johor, just to play the tournament and drive back up to go to school on Monday.
Quick little trade down bottom there for the offlaners and the carries, but 1-for-1 trade, and they'll both return full resource to continue brawling down there. Mid lane going very swimmingly here, as we imagined, for the Lina. We'll see if she starts to make a rotation. She's running back home, low on resources, as there is going to be another kill here onto the Ogre in the meantime.
Yeah, nighttime ends right before the Ogre. Ogre dies. That's very unfortunate for him. He just needed to hang on, you know, for another 30 seconds. And you will see the sun rise up. So 6-minute rune is going to come up. This is going to be very important for the Ember. He has no regen remaining, so we see the Shaman already ready to give his brother a hand here with the runes. Lina also kind of needs the same help.
Yeah, oh, well, Night Stalker's going to go down actually during this first daytime. Did not have the ultimate, no chance there. And you can see After Rain, he's the richest hero in the game. Not sure what he's looking for exactly.
Wants to cut the wave with the... Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, the creeps actually hit you if you do it here. Alright.
Well, I think after 5 minutes they will, right?
Oh, okay. After 5 minutes.
Or after 2 minutes or something. There's like the first few waves won't, right? But then eventually they will. Getting a bit aggressive here now by Manic, as his courier is actually going to pay the price for that. So he's going to be missing out on some stats as, well, just like game 1 Winter, he's just continuing to bully this poor offlaner. It's a different hero, but same kind of thing here.
Well, it's not so bad, you know, Morphling bullying a Night Stalker compared to AM hitting the type with no mana. I think it's worse, you know, getting hit by AM. Way worse. Now 7 minutes, the last time Manic stole the rune. So is he going to do the same here?
Looks like they're trying, but this time they have a lot of heroes ready.
He's getting the tower. Yeah. Holy, this guy is
well, insane. Tower goes down. It'll be 2 Wisdom runes, though. For Radiant side, even if they do lose their tower. Wait. I don't know if that's better or worse.
Okay, somehow the Lion couldn't get the rune against the Silencer.
Yeah, guess not.
Okay, that is...
Just wasn't in position.
Unfortunate. So game continues, Lina getting to the bots. Same thing. Ember just needs he needs to chill and wait for backup. Because he has like the Slight Chains build, so it's easy to gank the Lina if he has a hero nearby constantly.
Smoke play now here as they're going to look to try and connect the Ember into some action down bottom. Unfortunately, it's not really looking so great up here as the Hex ought to confirm the kill onto Triple H. Down he goes, but the Ember at least able to strike back, takes down the Lion, and After Rain, he will go down just as quickly to that first rupture.
Yeah, definitely not worth it there for them. Giving up the Axe, and the Lion Axe is like the top net worth hero. His Blade Mail is almost done. It's time, you know, Richie, for them to chill. I mentioned this to you sometimes. I think sometime yesterday, where I think in Dota it's actually difficult to, when you have an advantage,
to do nothing
and sit and wait and do nothing, you know, because sometimes you just can't, you know. You just have to respect that.
Right.
It is very. I mean,
especially
difficult.
when they're sitting across the table from you, you know, yapping in your ear at the monthly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it can be difficult, you know, when people know where to press onto your nerves, you know, what to say to you, and then you just lose it.
I mean, for sure, sometimes we even see that on land these days, you know, obviously not as much, but it's the Falcons playbook, like with Amar, right, and Malorine. You Emo, the Emperor, he's done that quite famously, hasn't he? As there's a quick little dunk to the Bloodseeker down bottom. It's only the supports here. Can they really kill this level 9 Axe?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so, and I think Triple H is going to learn that the hard way now, as they do drop the Mass Serpent Wards. It's going to be good damage, but it's a second dunk, and even a third for After Rain now, as he will take down all 3, and now even likely the tower. Oof, that is not how they drew that one up.
They just bought a Blade Mail on the Axe, and now he's more than halfway. He's almost got his dagger after those 3 kills.
Oopsies.
Time to clear some ancient stacks and get the dagger. Don't do anything crazy. I mean, for now, he is under the Thirst Vision, so he has to chill.
This Axe is going to be pretty big. Oh, they're actually going to try and run him down. No way, they catch him here. Hold on. The Bloodseeker, he's on top of the Axe. Bloodseeker, is he going to actually get a free kill here? He absolutely is. Well worth the cost of the rupture. That is absolutely hilarious.
I mean, did he forget that he was under vision?
I guess he must have. I guess he probably wasn't thinking the Bloodseeker would have gotten him all the way over there. But yeah, that's what that big old buff means on your screen, my man. Learned that the hard way.
Yeah, just not respecting, you know, the Bloodseeker. I mean, it just takes him a couple of seconds to get there, you know, because he's so fast. I think normally you have some time to clear the Ancients, but against Bloodseeker, no, there's no way. And they are setting up for the Axe again. They know he's going to TP back. And now the Night Stalker is here to end his game.
We'll try. This would certainly help get the Night Stalker back in the game.
And
The
he
Dark
back up.
Ascension is popped. They're on top of the Lion first. Axe going to try and jump back in. Finds himself silenced now as the TP is completed by the Ogre. He does get those Ignites out first as they focus back down on the Axe. He does get that call off though. The stun, the interrupt is going to be there in time as they do manage to get at least the Shaman. They will eventually cut through that Axe as well as Triple H ends up with a triple kill. Hold on, is the Silencer doing something? This is not something we're used to seeing.
Well, in the meantime, the Morphling and Lina kind of did their thing. I think this is the downside of having Lina. Lina doesn't really like to
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
help as much, you know, as like compared to like Earth Spirit. Like Lina tends to be a little bit more selfish in terms of how you should play the hero. You should play for your own game more compared to like a hero like Earth Spirit. And they totally took advantage of it. Onto like they pressured, they brought 5 heroes down, they killed. They know that the Axe just died, and then he's gonna TP back to the lane, and then they killed him again. He's still gonna get his dagger in 1 more minute, you know. That's like that was how fat he was before this. 2 deaths back to back, and still getting his dagger in 30 minutes.
Definitely, and a stroke of luck, I was going to say, for the Ember, who bottles up the Amplify Damage rune. So this is maybe a little bit more momentum for them. How is trying to find this Morphling and catch him off guard. Of course, they can see him because of the additional night vision that they have. Manic, will he end up getting jumped now from Fog? Unlikely with the Ogre here to back him up. A dangerous moment there for him, potentially.
Yeah, he's just there to stop the Shackle, if the Morphling gets caught by the Shackle. So definitely just making sure his carry is alive. I think this is like a good tip, you know, for support players. When you don't know what to do, just follow your carry.
They're on top of this Bloodseeker. Can they blow him up in time? No. And in fact, they're going to get through the line, and with luck, they'll also take down the Axe. V putting to use that rune, ends up with a double kill to his name. Very well done. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, they're going to make an effort here for this Night Stalker, but I don't think they can catch him here. He is off and away.
Well, that was actually, I think he was maybe already on the threshold, just couldn't get the Culling Blade off. That was very unfortunate. The Global Silence just came out and it was the end of it. And now they need to take advantage of it. Team Crocodile, they have to try to play around this Global Silence cooldown, try pressure. They're gonna play for the Wisdom runes, I guess. Top Manic is already in position. No Global Silence, so he wants to take the rune.
I think they're going to be able to catch a Shaman, however, who gets a little bit greedy going for the play here. It's gonna, you know, buy some time with the Shackle on the other side of the map. Night Stalker is fighting versus Manic, but some faster hands here on the Dire side as they end up with both runes. Manic continuing to fight through this one, does force the Dark Ascension out, actually, as Manic is going to continue trying to fight through this.
Yes, the
End up
bodyguard.
losing both supports on this Radiant side now as the bodyguard has showed up, does get out a few stuns, but the silence not quite good enough. And I think realizing that now is Bloodseeker on the run and very speedy thanks to the low HP of his opponents, will be able to escape here for the time being. Lina dying underneath her tier 1 tower mid as V with a very successful dive here.
Wow, that was a solo kill? He soloed the Lina
looks like it.
with a shield rune? Alright, that is such a huge kill. That is a very, very big pickoff. And now Hara finally goes down.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under
yep,
attack.
he did his job. He kept Manic alive. Manic got some kills. Very close to his
Radiant's
Manda.
bottom tower has fallen.
He knows what kind of a carry he's playing with.
Manic, I think Manic learned his lesson from the last game.
Dire's middle tower is under
I guess you get a lot more leeway as Morphling, because it's Morphling, you're kind of like a lot stronger in the early mid game to do crazy things, you know, compared to an anti-mage. He was just allowed because of the laning phase. He did really well. But Morphling in general, I think you always, I think in between 15, 20, 25 minutes to 0, as long as you don't really get dumpstered, you always get to do a lot.
Especially if you can get to your items, right? And he has certainly been given some space and time to do that. This Axe still the richest hero in the game, but Bloodseeker now, especially with this Radiance online, will very quickly even the mark. And at this point, I think overtake and not look back. The only issue he's having is that after Rain, his Night Stalker not having the best game. As you can see, Manic continuing the theme of game one and being as aggressive as possible. That is going to be a kill attempt and successful onto Manic.
What?
Wow, they had vision of him there thanks to the Observer Ward, and down he goes.
He got burst from just the silence and the slide. Alright, the game is falling apart now. The Morphing dies.
A second death there, but yeah, with the death of Manic, I think he just got caught off guard because of the global, right? Yeah, no chance to shift.
Yeah, they're just playing way too aggressive. I think after the 40-minute Wisdom Runes, that was fine. But after that, they have to just pull back. Because Lina is like not really ready to fight and connect with the Travels yet. Until she has the Aghanims. So they just have to respect that and play a little bit more conservatively. But Manic seems to not want to play like that, you know. I think if you ever have one of your core players that plays like this, you just... I mean, the quick fix is you just have to have a draft that allows this type of playstyle. And now they're going to go with the Axe. Smoke doesn't get the call. Lion gets the stun on the other hand.
Yeah, looks pretty good so far. A promising start to this fight as the Donk comes through. Big kill there onto the Ember Spirit, snapping his 5 times kill streak.
Yep, something has to happen, you know, for them. And finally, they broke the streak of the Ember. And Team Crocodile, that they're gonna have to, I think, keep that rolling. You know, because Manic seems to just want to keep fighting. He has his meta now. He's sending the recipe. Roshan is in the bot side, so I mean, I imagine if they can get another good fight, and Roshan should be theirs with the Blades on the Morphling. I mean, the way they are playing, they've been always constantly having 2 heroes top, 2 heroes bot, and a Lina mid, you know, with Travels. I'm not sure if that should really be the most optimal, you know. I think they probably have to be closer to the Axe. Like the formation, I feel like should be 3 people with the Axe, you know, and the Lina can Travels in, and Morphling should be alone.
And going on this Night Stalker now, he's got the silence out and does manage to at least escape, but it costs him his ult. Kind of a tough price to live there.
That works out. So now I guess they should be thinking whether they can get Roche after the NS used ulti here. Morphing is gate. Is he gonna gate now? Well, he's gonna gate bot just to kill first. Global Silence, okay, just to TP out. That should be Roche. Global Silence and NS ulti done.
Wow, I'm shocked that they globaled. I was looking around for what, and it was just to save his own life. Okay, right now the Morphling not so eager to move through the gate. Maybe one last wave and he's going to go on through here. No, sorry, one more wave and then he's going to go on through. You know these carry players.
Yeah,
just
I
one
definitely
more wave,
know.
bro.
Bro, just let me farm one more. Yeah, I killed the Siege creep, you know. I've had this discussion with the carry players so many times. Don't kill the Siege creep. It's a bait. Just clear the wave and get out. No, but the Siege creep is 80 gold, my friend.
And gonna farm his way bottom.
I have to explain, you know, dying is losing 300-400 gold. You're risking 300-400 gold for 80 gold. Lion jumps in.
There this time.
The double zap.
Especially with the flame cloak or whatever it's called. It's just too much damage. But Lina,
he doesn't land the call.
To aware here, not a ton of mana. They will be able to at least get through the line as Axe actually wants to pull out of this fight. Will be able to escape. They didn't like their odds here, as that is going to be another ulti, support for a support ultimately.
Yeah, they're not really getting a lot, you know, with the downtime of the Dark Ascension and the Global Silence. I think if you're too light, you're actually fine with this trade, you know, you just lose the Silencer, whatever, you know. When the Silencer's alive, there's only 40 seconds before they have a global. Nighttime is here, 20 seconds to Dark Ascension, you're good.
Right.
Bloodseeker is just so fat right now after how the game started, you know, this is very, very good for him, you know, considering the lane and everything else.
The problem is he's kind of the only one, right, on his team. Everyone else is I mean, the Ember's not doing too poorly, but I don't think Night Stalker would say that this is exactly a highlight game for himself.
Yeah, and Bloodseeker is always going to be like vulnerable to the Axe Blade Mail Call. I mean, he has SNY. SNY helps a lot with the status resist. But apart from that, I mean, I guess you have the global against the X call. But like I mentioned earlier, it's not just the dunk mill. I think sometimes you just die to the blade mill and the call. So the global silence might not save you. Oh, big fight. Bot 21-minute Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, mass TP's incoming. It is nighttime.
Silence.
We do have a global
Axe in
silence.
trouble.
Wait for the time to use it now. As in comes the global. Good damage in from the Ember as well. As they're on top of the Lina, and down she goes. Aegis has been reclaimed, and Axe has been run out of the fight and killed down. Manic, let's see what he can do now. All he wants to do is really run away. Nothing he can do to save the Ogre, as it's a phenomenal fight there for this Radiant side. Two Light team. I mean, they may have lost the Aegis, but it is not going to slow their roll whatsoever as they get a flawless fight together.
Yeah, this is another lesson to be learned, Richie. When your opponent's already set up and you're TPing in one by one, even if you have Aegis, it doesn't matter. And Lion actually didn't even have TP there. His TP was still on cooldown. You know, again, when you have the advantage, you have the Aegis, but sometimes you also have to just... This is the hard thing to do, you know, you have to give up the rune and just go for the trade, because you can't fight the rune. Even you have an Aegis. This reminds me of Star Wars, you know. They have the high ground. Two Light has the high ground. And mid lane.
Right, of course. Oh, Sleight of Fist just in time. Avoids the stun, the magic damage. It looks like it didn't affect him at all. Does he just have that much magic resist? I guess he does, right?
He had the buff, the Mage Slayer buff. Damage reduction.
Yeah, Mage Slayer buff. And then he's just going to be too tanky. Lina now in trouble. Is going to get caught. Fennec is going in.
Oh, the
That's
call!
going to be a big call onto 3. The dunk. Good for the kill onto 1. Good onto 2. Manic's going to steal both of them, but it doesn't matter because they get all 3 heroes here. Triple H can do nothing as he will be walked down by 4 enemy heroes. What a counter initiation there by the Axe.
Yeah, three-man call ends the deal. Everything looks so gloom there. Looks like it's gonna be a free kill on the Lina. And then boom! After rain just saves the day, you know, for them. And now I guess they at least restored some of their advantage. They were 3-4k ahead. They should regain some of it here. Ogre has the Midas done. So this is like I think the only position 5 in the game where you have an excuse to buy Midas. The other heroes, if you buy a Midas on your team, is going to report you, but on Ogre, people will give you the benefit of the, oh, he's Ogre, you know, it's fine, you know, just buy Midas. You have a license to greed, you know, Richie on Ogre.
License to greed. I like that. Indeed, you do,
Axe.
I would say.
Shackle. It's just 2 supports ganking the Axe.
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of damage here between the two, honestly. They'll get through them eventually, even with the S and Y. There's simply too much control and too much right-click. I mean, it almost costs Triple H's life just off of the return damage from the Blade Mail, but he get the job done there.
Regretting not buying a BKB. Going so fancy with his Kaya Sage, you know. You just need to get a BKB, you know, against their heroes. Sure, there's the double silence, but you need the BKB to survive.
Yeah, there's just a lot of magic damage, isn't it? And very quickly, this Bloodseeker is going to find himself being the strongest hero in the game, bar none. He's almost got this Blood Mist online, so he continues farming away in the jungle, richest hero in the game.
Does he win though in a 1v1 fight against the Morphling with his item build? Because you say he's the strongest.
Well, the thing is, Manic doesn't like 1v1 fights. He likes 1v5 fights, it would appear. Careful now, as Ogre is just going to be left behind. The control is
Tell me,
high.
Richie, why is he running if he likes to be outnumbered here? He just lets his Ogre die. According to the last game, he should be running in to fight, right?
You would have thought. Maybe now he feels things are a little bit slipping out of control. Down a 1-0 here in this BO3 Eliminations Heroes right now. Team 2 Light is just a little bit more comfortable here with the way that things are going.
Well, late game, I would say that Manic should still be like the strongest hero going into late game with scaling. I mean, yes, Daedalus completed. Once you get level 20 with the Daedalus, I think this is when the hero becomes a different monster, you know, when you get the waveform attack.
This is a precarious situation. Yeah, blink out by the Shaman. I was just remembering, do you recall the days when Shaman had a plus 250 cast range talent, and then you would buy Aether Lens and just shackle people across the map? What a time.
I remember Lion
Gone
having
are those
a
days.
minus death timer
Oh.
talent.
Okay, very good.
They
I
can't
think Techie's
kill
had
him.
one too, right? They still
can't.
might kill him though. I mean, he is ruptured
I
up.
mean,
No, it
it's
doesn't really look like it
not
actually. He's gonna wait
even
for him
close.
on through and in a bit deeper.
Not even
Careful
close.
there. The Lion Finger of Death is gonna be able to do the job. The Hex to interrupt the shackles now as Manic, worse for wear, but still alive, will be able to lead his team into a 3-for-1 trade. Although I don't believe it, but the Cluster Cluck actually ends up saving How there.
Yeah, but the big picture is Morphling didn't die. He wasn't even close to dying then. They just didn't
Not
have
really,
enough.
no.
Like Bloodseeker does a lot of damage over time, but he doesn't do a lot of bursts, you know, so they couldn't kill him in time. I mean, this is why I said like Morphling doesn't really fear
Radiant are
Bloodseeker.
scanning.
Like this matchup is very hard for Bloodseeker. The longer the game goes, the harder he's gonna get.
Radiant's top tower is under
And once the
attack.
Satanic comes off on the Morphling, you are, I want to say almost never killing the Morphling if he's ready. Satanic, and you have the, as long as you have the shard. Now, Axe has BKB, Richie. He is ready to carry the team fight.
Game changer.
Structures are fortified.
The item that all the cores don't want to buy, but they need to buy, you know.
Right? Yeah,
You tell-
no, I
you
get
tell
it.
them, hey, get a BKB. No, I don't need a BKB. There's a silence.
Dire are
It doesn't
scanning.
really
Yeah,
matter.
I'll just get a Sanj and, or a Kaya and Sanj and a Satanic and a Manta Style. Don't worry about it. Big catch there onto the Silencer. Down he goes. No chance to get off the global. V has also been caught as the Dark Ascension has been utilized, but V in trouble, taken down. Does not have buyback. They're going to buy back in global now, but for what? The team fight has already fallen apart, and it's not going to stop Apturin from finding that second dunk kill of the fight. Rupture, utilized now onto this Axe, is going to be able to stand his ground here for a while, and now that Manic shows up, they're going to be in a bit of danger. He is going to get caught here by the Silence, but he still has Satanic to fight through this one, and this Bloodseeker cannot stand against these four enemy heroes. He will be
Radiant's
sent
bottom
packing back
tower
into the
is under
fountain.
attack.
Yeah, very, very good fight there by Team Crocodile. They got the heroes that they wanted to. Axe got the silencer in the first jump, and that made the fight just really, really difficult from then on. They burst him, and they still get the global silence off, but he was already... Every time you force global silence defensively, it's always like already a win itself, you know.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they're just straight up to the high ground, man. No Aegis necessary. In they go. They just
Okay,
they
Bloodseeker
have
has Axe. He has Axe now. Can he make a difference?
He's gonna have to, right? I think they're really running out of time by this point. It will be without a mid lane of barracks. I don't know. Is that going to be enough to make a difference here? Maybe percentage-based damage.
Yeah, I still feel like he might just die. You know, he run in and Alina gets a stun on him, and he just
Has
dies.
fallen. Radiant's bottom tower
Because you're also
is under
draining your own
attack.
health, you know, by doing that. So yeah, I feel like you're pretty vulnerable when you run in with the axe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Call, Shaman.
Shaman in trouble. He's going to be
Hey,
saved
did
by
he
the cluster.
call the
club.
illusion?
And he actually he just gets out. He just walks away somehow. Manic looking a bit worse for wear, but no one really able to really just get up to him and fight as the Rupture now expiring. And look at that burst damage. They turn and blow up the Bloodseeker. My goodness,
That's
the Blood
it.
Mist was that of his own death there, really. Nemesis makes it back into the fountain, but just barely, as these shackles are good for some lockdown. Now onto the Axe, the silence here, but it's the Ember who's caught and killed again. Manic, he is just too big. Just locking them, corralling them inside of the fountain. This game, Winter, it is over. They call the GG. We are going to our first game 3 here as Crocodile will even the score 1 apiece.
Yep, game 3 is here. You know, Manic decided that at the end of the day, okay, I need to play around with my team, and eventually with the axe behind him, he was always able to tank, survive everything, and just kill everyone. You know, eventually.
That's what I would do if I paid for your hours at the
I
LAN
will
cafe.
always what I will do is there was always gonna be like package, right? If you
Prepare
get
for
like for 2
battle.
PCs, and sometimes you get, oh, you come join me, you know, we get a package together, we get free drinks, you know. Sometimes there's perks like that, you know. There's like a small cafe in the internet cafe, and you get to get your ramen and your drinks and everything. Sometimes you get your rotis. They entice you to stay there the whole day, and then you get the even premium 24-hour package, you know. There is a 24-hour package.
What's the longest you've stayed at one singular PC cafe, Winter? Is it over or under 14 hours?
Yeah, I think 14, 15. Probably that's the max. I guess like a full day, you know. We're at the LAN cafe. Because we get like a 24-hour. We get a 24-hour pass, so we just use however much we want, and then we go back just to sleep.
You've never stayed overnight, huh?
No. I mean, I stayed there for the night, you know. I left at 6 a.m. and I went home to sleep. If you consider that the overnight trip.
That's so funny. I mean, respect. That's what I'm doing now as we cast these qualifiers, as we get underway with game number 3 here, 1-1 between these two teams. As Dokris, this madman, he's just going to run up there and eat a full duration stun out from the Alchemist. I mean, that is crazy. That is not how you want to start this. Yeah, that's wild. And of course, they're going to try and give this kill to the Alk. I think they're going to have to take it, instead on the Lich. Well played there. That was, I can't believe he went for that.
Bro, even if you're playing into Elk, that doesn't mean you give your life for the bounty rune. I mean, I get it, you know, bounty runes mean a lot for Elk, but not to the point where you have to sacrifice your own life for first blood. That's some insane play. And now, so back to the lane. It's gonna give Elk like a huge boost to start the game. I mean, the thing with dying against a Lich is also you're giving him back a lot of the mana. So it's like really bad. He uses his mana to kill you and then you die. He gets some of the mana back.
Yeah, that's true, right? That's a good point, this guy. That death charge. Well, we'll see how things get going here. Winter, game 3, from what we've seen from both teams, do you think this is the kind of draft that Manic will be able to lead his team to victory on, or do you foresee Two Light team kind of having a little bit too much more of an advantage here?
No, I think I agree. I think you already pointed out this is a very aggressive player. I think Monkey King suits his playstyle a lot. And you always kind of want to put band-aids on the problem, you know, within a series. You can't really fix the fundamental problems, but you can put band-aids, and giving him Monkey King is kind of like, I think, a good, very, very good solution.
Yeah, I agree. I think his lane ought to be off to a pretty decent start as well here. We'll see how things continue to roll along, as we're still pretty early here.
Whoa, okay, revenge.
Whoa, yeah, that was decisive up there. Quick and easy kill there onto the Alchemist this time around as they strike back onto this Radiant side.
Yeah, I mean, this is the power of skipping the Devour. So you have your Scorch Earth and Infernal Blade, so you do a lot of damage. And combine that with a Shackle, and there's nothing to stop it. And
yeah. I mean, and Shaman, he packs quite a punch, doesn't he, to be honest, right? Not to mention those right clicks, they do add up.
Yeah, he has one of the higher base attacks, right, among all the heroes.
Yeah, especially for supports. Yeah, it's up there. I think in general even, but definitely for supports. He's barely really a ranged hero, but technically he is, right? His attack range is pretty bad.
TA backs the Deeper. She's a ranged hero with melee.
Yeah, but she's got skills for it. Okay, whoa, carefully here. Okay, Storm Spirit's okay. We'll be able to shrug that one off.
Yeah, TA, I'm a melee hero. I'm a ranged hero. Alright, and mid lane we see like the Storm. This is, I think this is... Is this worse than the Ember? Like, did Ember suffer like this? Like the Lina standing on the high ground?
Well, he's still got good CS. I would say that Ember did suffer and didn't have as good CS. Right now, the Storm is keeping his own, and he did ferry out that salve. So far, you know, he's keeping things a little bit competitive. Although those 5 denies, you know, surely that may start to build into something a bit bigger here if Storm isn't able to keep a hold on to this lane. Down bottom, Monkey King CSing like a dream. He's about to hit 20 and 7 denies. So right now, it's Nemesis, this Magnus, who is suffering the greatest in this lane as he is even forced to skewer away. Make sure he doesn't die there.
So he's going to give up the Jingu. Okay, that was not no bueno. Giving up the Jingu, and now Elk actually kills the Doom here. Level 3 spike with the second point Nova. Yeah, this is a very big power spike when you get level 3 on the Elk and Lich.
Skewer on over. They're going to try and find a kill here onto the Ochre down bottom, and they get it. Really well put together there. Manic, though, seems like he should be able to find Nemesis. No, not in time. He will deny himself on the small camp. It's a long respawn timer, but maybe better than really starting to power up Manic's game. We've seen what he's done when he does get those early kills, right? It can be scary.
Yeah, imagine dying to a cold war camp of all the camps. This is like the hardest one to die to.
Man, they hurt now, okay? They hurt a little more.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, that's true.
Of all the camps. Yeah, it's definitely better for him to die during neutrals. And now he gets the skill onto Manic. Manic's gonna take some damage again with the Orb of Corrosion done, so he has a lot of kill threat onto the Magnus.
He does.
Yeah, Orb of
Big
Corrosion.
stacks already being started as well here by the Lich in the small camp area. Looks like the the Mud Golems refuse to stack, but the easy camp is triple stacked up here already. If that gets scouted here by Team Crocodile, that could really put a bit of a pinch here on this Alchemist. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you want to steal his mini gold mine here. I think sometimes he can backfire, you know, when people are using the gate, they come through, they place the wall, and then they see, whoa! Let's just clear that, you know. So you have to, these are the camps where you have to kill it very quickly when you stack it.
Yeah, agreed. Otherwise, it's a bit dangerous, right? 5-minute wave now as we hit the approach, the 6-minute mark. We've got the Lich ready and standing by in the mid lane as we do hit a little pause here again. Looks like Alki may start to stack these up. Shaq-Q. Shaq-Q? Shaq-Q? Oh, lag. Okay.
Okay, Storm just dies. He just walks up and gazes him.
Wow. Okay.
He was one CS away from 6.
Rough. But a costly death there with the first Laguna Blade kill and the first power rune into the bottle as well for the Lina. In the meantime, Alk farms that really big stack up top. So he has a very, very nice gold injection. His game is off to a very promising start. Really, the only problem here, yet again, for the third game in a row, I have to say, for Team Light, is going to be this Manic Monkey King. We'll see what kind of problems that ends up solving or starting and how they can look to solve that. In trouble up top is the Doom. Magic Stick charges, not enough to keep him alive. He will eventually fall. That's level 6 now for the Alchemist, so Chemical Rage immediately induced to make sure he can heal off all that damage. All right. Very good start top.
Lich is coming to bot lane, he's level 5. He is very, very high level. Monkey King is only level 4 yet, so about to pop level 5.
Oh, they've seen him though, and they're going to get on top of him. Let's see what this Lich can do. Yeah, not much by the looks of it as Nemesis. He's at least going to hit him with a shockwave. The banishment in time, though, is going to stop the Skewer on through. Now Nemesis on the low ground can only watch as his Lich is killed by the Boundless Strike. Monkey King thinking about giving chase. You've got the Storm as well. Maybe thinking about rotating through down bottom. He will not. Instead, eyes to the Wisdom rune, where Hao and Dokris, fighting over that 7-minute rune, which is going to be scooped up here by the Shadow Demon. Okay.
Yeah, and meanwhile, top lane, Doom's alone. He's about to pop level 6, but here comes the Lich, you know. No chance to get his level 6. He should be dead here. Another Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
We'll see. The Gaze can pull him back on in after rain. He's got Doom actually now suddenly in the midst of this kill fight as, he will drop that onto the Lich. He's going to get the kill. Lich, he's still going to die, but at least gets within XP range before he goes. Amplified damage rune picked up in the meantime in the mid lane for the Storm Spirits. Manic once again here with both supports nearby. They might be able to make a play happen here. They're at least thinking about it. Storm's farming a camp here as Manic will lead them behind the tier 1 tower. No surprise here for them as they pick up the easy kill now onto the Shadow Demon.
Not the worst. I mean, he's losing one support here. And this is like the Monkey King power with the Bloodlust, with the the two supports and even the Storm nearby. There's not much they can do unless they bring 5 heroes here. Elk doesn't want to come now, he's pumping his Radiant. So this is the price you pay for having like 3 greedy cores.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, Lina wants
With
to
the amplified damager in as well. And they're going to get him.
minding her own business. Well, the very least they can do is like try to control the runes better, so Storm doesn't get like the runes to move around as efficiently.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, this Magnus is going to have a horrible time in this game.
No, I mean, someone's going to have to be sacrificed for the greed, right? And so far, it's going to be him. He's not even close to level 6 yet either at the moment. Skewer at least does connect onto this Ogre with the Lina rotating on through that Laguna Blade, slicing through that chunky Ogre. They will be able to take him down. Top lane, I think this is just going to be for the harass, is it? Yeah, not really a whole lot of kill threat onto the Doom, least of all when he's got the Ice Armor buff. That is a tough kill here for the Elk.
Yeah, without Doom, there's no kill threat. Onto the Elk. Elk just kind of like wants to poke him and go back into the jungle. Mid lane, Storm jumps in. Lina has a Frost Shield.
Is in trouble. They do manage to interrupt it. Look at the Chain Frost bounce around between these supports. Lina, she is going to die. Oh, the bounces not quite good enough. And no further supports in the area means that even though they get close, they only will be able to trade away for the Cluster Cluck Chicken.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
that kind of
once again.
tanked a lot of the Chain Frost bounces. It was a pretty big bounce, but just couldn't kill off the Storm or the Ogre. Unlucky.
Frustrating there for sure. I cannot believe, by the way, 3 games in a row, Nemesis has just been kind of being beat down, you know, time after time. They see him up in these trees. They pull him down. There's the banishment. Lina bots on over. They're going to skewer on over into the Lina, into the Laguna. That is a very well-placed kill. Nicely done there. I liked that a lot, actually. Not much, really, Radiant could have done about it.
Puts a travel, Lina. Ready at any moment.
Doom top lane, though, that has caught the Alchemist off guard. He's just going to continue farming as much as he can before his life is claimed by the devil. Down he goes.
Yeah, Radiance completed. So 11 minutes. Soaring Facebook's Radiance. Even faster than the first game.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So now the Elk doesn't have to worry about Doom. I think he should be, I mean, considering it's Manic, he should be looking for a play on the map soon. When he's alive, RP, bot lane.
Yeah, that's pretty good there onto the Monkey King. The control, the damage is there as well from the Lina. These Mass Serpent Wards, they're just going to be farmed on up. No chase here is necessary. That's a second straight kill now onto the Monkey King. They will take the tower with those Mass Serpent Wards, but they're going to lose a whole lot more. Top lane, Elk just, you know, just throwing the stun out when he can, I suppose.
Oh, that's a freebie. The smoke lands on the Lich. She gets his Chain Frost out. Gonna do some damage.
It is, but the Lina in some trouble now as the Storm comes on through. A big zip on in aggressively. Lina still fighting through this one. The Storm zipping out of range, turns back for that last auto attack, finds the kill. A very, very nice poking and prodding engagement there in the river. And Storm, oh, he's not going to be able to reach it. Denied, but still a good sequence of events for the Radiant side.
Okay, Elk is still going back to the jungle. Wants to finish his dagger before he starts to join the game. I mean, Magnus is just waiting, you know, he's just waiting for his Elk to come help him. I mean, he so far has already gotten help of the Lina. I think Lina did a good job with the travels, connecting to the player bot lane twice, giving Magnus some, you know, some resemblance of hope, you know, in this game, which kind of he needed so badly. He got dumpstered so much in the early game.
Arms for the dead.
Yeah, and I think Magnus, he's done the best that he could of a pretty bad situation, right? I mean, he is just about as poor as they come. Poor guy, no points either in the Empower, so his only farming mechanism is going to be on that Shockwave. In the meantime, his team will smoke top lane. 2 trains heading head first for one another as things kick off now. Shadow Demon, he's going to get interrupted immediately as the Storm caught now by that Sinister Gaze. No Chain Frost for 15 as the Doom condemns the Lina. 3 heroes dead as they simply are outnumbered and outgunned. The Alk farming in the vicinity is going to be far too late to make a difference there. However, Manic dying underneath the tier 2 tower as the Alk rotating on through. They're doing decent damage. They might just be able to burn him down as the Skewer is going to be able to put down the Monkey King. Look at them go. They will lose 3 on their side of the map, but hey, that kill onto the Monkey in exchange for that RP sure is something, isn't it? And now there's even a Blink Dagger online for the Mag.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that the smoke ran into another smoke train, and Shaman was the first one in front, because Shaman is like not the best target for your initial goal, you know, because of the cluster club.
Yeah, they purged him, right, as well, which was kind of rough.
Yeah, they purged him, and
Dire's top tower.
for some reason, I think Alina didn't Laguna him right away. Yeah, but it was already bound to be disastrous, you know, when you run into the Shaman first. It was kind of unlucky. I think the move was fine as long as they were not so unfortunate to run into the Shaman. Now, game continues. I mean, Elk did get a kill on the Monkey bottom, so now he has his dagger plus Radiance timing. It's gonna be like a huge threat on the map. Doom does not have his ultimate. It's going for
be a moment as well. They're really starting to focus down Manic a whole lot more in this game, aren't they?
I mean, Doom is in trouble.
Is the second poorest hero. Doom is in trouble. He's just getting ran down and focused by the Alchemist.
Kill. Holy.
Wow. I mean, eventually he's just strong enough to really get those himself, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, he was under vision. He didn't realize he was under a ward there. That was a dire ward in the jungle. Saw him. He went.
Smoke is collapsing here towards the mid lane. They might be able to try and siege for a tier 1 tower here. No Doom for another 10 seconds even after he respawns.
I think they should be able to still try to delay until the Doom is alive. Storm is going in.
Need to zip on in. There's the
Good
Blink
RP.
RP. They do catch 2, but Lina, she missed on the stun, so the Chain Frost follow-up is just not really that great. Shackle's interrupted there by the Skewer, as it's going to be the Shadow Demon focused down by the Storm Spirit in the River V. The Lina still alive, condemned now by the Doom. Even Manic reaching in there for the kill on the Boundless Strike. It's a 3-for-1 trade in what could have been, if that LSA landed, unfortunately. Alk nowhere near this fight either. He's happily farming away in the jungle. And, well, just a better fight there by Team Crocodile.
Maybe it could have been different if they landed a stun, and also the disrupt was not really necessary on Alina. There was like some miscommunications because they already cancelled the shackle on the Shaman. I think the Magnus skewered or something else cancelled the Shaman shackle, so they didn't actually need to disrupt. I mean, once they disrupt the Lina was like sitting down there in the middle of the team fight.
Yeah, double-edged sword, right? A disruption like that as, in trouble here is going to be the Shaman. Just a little bit too aggressive here for himself. Brought back into the hands of the Lina and killed off as soon as that Cluster Cluck wears off. Okay, items coming online. I think that's is that really an SNY for Alk? It is indeed an SNY. Hold that thought. We're still finding a fight as Manic. They will set up onto him. An easy kill there for the Lina. She'll find 2 for her trouble now down bottom. Fantastic stuff. It's a bit of back and forth. It feels like when it comes to team fights, Crocodile have been able to outmaneuver here pretty consistently, but when it comes to the pickoffs and the map movement, it has been looking a little bit better for Team Light.
Yeah, the SMY and the Alk is going to help him survive. If you can survive the Doom, then it's going to be a lot easier for them to play the map and, you know, find pickoffs. You know, with the travels on Lina plus the Alk pushing out your lanes, you're definitely going to get a lot of opportunities. And now Triple H dies alone here. The Storm pickoff.
And he does. Manic is hunting for Alina. Can he get a solo kill here? Maybe. He does have Wukong's command. Oh, okay, but he's just going to simply TP away now on Lina, and the Ogre was too far to really make a difference. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, RP is going to be utilized. They've also caught the Storm. The stun onto 2. Storm able to still zip away. Cluster Cluck not going to really last too much longer as the tower's finished off. Doom in 8 more seconds. Wow, he's got an Octarine core on this Doom already, by the way. As Manic jumping on in from the low ground. The Skewer is going to put this Ogre out of position as Lina respawning or actually running back into the engagement, finds the kill. I will say from the low ground is good for the control onto Afterrain, and the shard on Nemesis really enabling that kill there. Elk somehow found the Storm. I guess he was just out of mana.
The Storm decided to go back in, you know. I think they got baited when the Ogre was like running in. Didn't seem like it was like a good fight. His team kind of committed to help him. And they die, you know, and he's gonna lose his galvanized charges. Like he had so much just now. I mean, this is a huge kill onto the Storm by the Elk. Now the Elk is gonna get BKB. He's almost done. He just bought his SMY like a minute ago, and now he's gonna have BKB.
Wow. Yeah. That's just the rate he's been farming at, huh?
Oh boy, this is gonna be... I think he should be unkillable in the team fights, even though he's gonna get doomed. I think as long as there's a disrupt, I think the disrupt should be used on the when they doom the Elk. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think you're right. BKB's already being fetched to him now. Right now, it's going to be more about trying to find kills on the other more vulnerable heroes. Maybe this Lina, this Shadow Demon, those kinds of heroes.
Wow.
Oh my, Magnus!
She's going
Fighting
for
versus Nemesis.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
expecting a
that's not
TP
gonna-
from the Lina. He was expecting a boost of travel, but Lina's TP was on cooldown. That's why he went for that play.
Bit unlucky there. He's just 10 seconds away from the RP, which I believe would have netted him the kill. But Magnus going to get one. Notch his belt, a notch in his belt, as Triple H is going to die here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he'll even get the Observer Ward either. Oh, kept the auto attack out. Okay, he got it. Died for the ward. Respectful move there. As
He
Hara
made them
killed
both
off in the
top.
meantime, the bottom lane.
And the Elk got a kill bot. So that's something. That's actually not too bad, you know, for the Lich. Yeah, but you see like the Magnus, even in the last couple of team fights, landing a lot of like really good initiations despite like the start that he had this game. Like, that's very commendable after having a bad start. Like he's still able to contribute a lot in the team fights. And especially when you get the shot on this hero, you don't really farm that slow, you know, even though you rush a dagger. Because sometimes when you go dagger first on some heroes, you tend to farm a lot slower. Because dagger doesn't really help you.
Missed. Caught down bottom. Mass Serpent Ward TPing away despite the shackle. He will be just fine with that BKB charge. That's very funny to see.
Yeah,
It's been, what, 2 years since the BKB change, and I think it's still just so funny when you see stuff like that.
You'll get used to it. I mean, you should be
Nemesis
already used to it.
going hunting. Very nice catch there. They absolutely blow up Hara. Yeah, no, it's been a long time. It's just funny to see it sometimes, honestly.
And now Elk is alive. He's coming back out. They know that there's no Doom.
He is.
So
Yeah,
immediately
they
going
are
back
just
for a play.
hunting these supports. It's going to be the second one to go down here in rapid succession.
Yeah, they should be looking for Rosh after this, because there's no Doom. Take advantage of the long cooldown spell, get Roshan. And I mean, Elk also has Orchid already completed. Again, you know, another new item. Every 2 minutes, it just feels like Elk buys something new.
Constantly upgrading himself, as he's even, part of me, going to look for a new piece of jewelry, first Aegis. For him or for Lina, do you think?
Tough question, Richie. Who do you give it to, the king or the queen?
I would give it to the queen, honestly. That's just 'cause I'm a
Elk
gentleman.
doesn't die. No, because Elk doesn't die in the team fight.
Right.
Lina's
Right.
the
Well, it
one
looks
that
like he's going to
could
take it
die.
anyway.
Alright.
Get better.
I mean, I guess with the AV, he just, I mean, it incentivizes him to play more aggressive, you know, just run in and try to find the initiation. Lina can just stay back and wait.
Team fight looks like it'll be brewing here. This Alk, he's just in the middle of the fight. The Doom this time, it's going to be onto the Magnus, and even without the Chemical Rage, they are managing to actually really control this fight. That's going to be the Lich down now as well. Chemical Rage going to be ready in 2 seconds, along with the BKB. That is this first life of the Aegis. The Shadow Demon is so far away, and it looks like the Lina is going to have to leave him behind as well. BKB activated, but he's trapped here inside of the Mass Serpent Wards. Does manage to still try and turn. There's going to be the silence onto the Storm Spirit. A good stun here onto 2. The save onto the Lina, as Hao still kind of sacrificing himself. The Elf trying to fight through this one. He's just healing too much as the Doom finally manages to take him down. but Manic pops the BKB, runs the Lina out of the fight, and it just turns out to be a mistimed fight, honestly, by this Dire side. Team Light really thinking that they could take a, what, 3 versus 5? That was a crazy initiation from the Alchemist.
Yeah, Lina just left to the mid lane, and Shadow Demon was like at top as well. So that was very strange. Like the Alch just didn't really respect the fact that they could still kill him twice, you know. I think they just needed to chill. They had a really good advantage, a big one, but they still needed 5 heroes there, you know, to make that play, you know, instead of just 3. Just overestimated how strong he was on the Alch. And now game is back to ground zero. And this Doom,
to square one.
yeah, this Doom is going to, he's going to be a problem being this far ahead now. Yes, BKB, yes, the Octarine Core. I mean, if he can get his Shiva and Refresher, this is going to be a very difficult game for the Alch to carry. Because you have two very clear targets to doom. You doom the Lina and you doom the Alch.
It's looking very good for this Doom. He's really making a big difference in these games now, or sorry, in these team fights is what I mean to say. See eventually if they can find even bigger ones, as they're find the Lina in the triangle dead for 50 seconds without buyback. And Winter, they didn't have to use a single ultimate there. Just a well-timed move into the triangle. Things will be getting tricky here now. Blink away. Oh, that's not Shadow Demon. They still want to look for a fight now. Doom onto the Shadow Demon. Nemesis, I'm not sure what he was trying, but they will be able to get off this Chain Frost. Forces the BKB of the Doom as Triple H in trouble. Alch will try and fight his way through this one, but he just ends up self-stunning himself. Didn't have a target. Manic takes down the Magnus. All of a sudden, once again, it's Alch versus the world. He will be able to get through one. The silence is good onto the Monkey King here, actually. But the BKB, finally, it wears off. Alchemist encircled, in a lot of trouble now, as he was going to be hexed up. They've got shackles for him, surely, as they really need it in the end. They take him down. A 1-for-5 trade there, as Team Crocodile persevering to do this one, taking down Team Light in team fight after team fight. And what is this Lina doing? Oh my god, she's found the Monkey King. Never mind, I'll never doubt her again.
Yep, the Lina can fly as well, you know, it's not just the Monkey King up on the trees, you know, Lina can also do that. And it's nighttime, you know, so the monkey doesn't see far away. Monkey King is a daytime hero, my friend. And this game has been like so much back and forth, you know, both teams just not really, you know, executing stuff cleanly. It's a lot of miscommunication. Lina almost killing the
again,
Doom.
Another solo kill. The Doom, he's gonna drop. A big kill for him here, and the Storm just doesn't have the control he needs, man, on that Vortex. 2 big pickoffs here from the Lina across the map, making a lot of space here for the team. Big moves.
Yeah, kind of salvaging the previous team fight that they lost, sort of. I mean, the team fights need to just start a lot better, you know. Like, they have to just try to, I think, Alch, he needs to just go in, try to initiate on someone. If you see the Doom, great. But if you don't see the Doom, I think it's still fine. You go on someone else and they Doom you. And another fight, mid lane. Pull, Chain Frost.
Indeed.
Good
Breaking
bounces.
out the Chain Frost, doing good work on this time, but a 2-man stun out from Manic on the double kill already. The Chain Frost still bouncing around. That'll sure help the Alchemist as he initiates onto Manic, who this time gets off the BKB, allows him to get off the Wukong's command. He is winning this fight, but eventually that Laguna Blade strikes him down. BKB wears off now from the Alchemist. The Lina stun not coming through in time, as Lina now 2 versus 1. BKB active. I believe the wand charge is utilized, chasing after wants his kill, so the Shaman can't quite find it. BKB TP away, does manage to escape with her life. But again, Winter, time after time, it's just turned out to be Crocodile winning these team fights, man.
Yeah, they're not really getting their initiations, you know, with the RP. Like, they have to, like, get the RP into your LSA and then take the fight from there. And also, I was talking about how Alch has to be the first one, ideally, to go in, so that you give the Magnus more leeway to just wait it out, wait for the better jump. Because if Magnus has to go first, or he's the first one in front, I don't think that's how you want to start the fight. And now
Takes it in, free kill onto
He's
Lich.
gonna know there's a ward behind him now. Wait, that's
He just missed it there on his own sentry.
Oh, he just missed.
They should know. It still might get him into trouble. Lina showing she doesn't have BKB. They actually managed to find the better target first. That's going to be the Shadow Demon. He is going to drop. Doesn't have buyback, though, but no Alchemist for 15. Make this a tricky situation. They see Nemesis as well. They're going to jump on after Rain, committing the Doom, and the Storm jumping in. He also does not have buyback. I don't know if this is going to be building damage, but it may be Roche, or at least Roche control. We'll see what they decide.
Yeah, the Storm has 28 stacks of Galvanize now. Hasn't died for a while.
Dire's
Business.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, what a chaotic game. We expected like a lot of fight, but not this type of fight, you know. Just been chaos throughout the whole game. The Elk, the Lina, the Monkey, and the Storm, they're just like going around the map.
Radiant's
I think we
bottom
haven't really
tower
seen like a
is under
clean
attack.
5v5 fight, you know. It's always like someone is like out of position, then he gets jumped, and the fight somehow starts that way.
Not from Team Light. I feel like the better fights have been starting and have been started by Crocodile. I agree. So it'd be nice to see Team Light try and string something together. It just hasn't really looked so great for them. The
Some
Storm is
RP
starting to...
into LSA, into Chain Frost.
yeah,
Radiant
something.
are
I mean, they've
scanning.
got the tools. They just need to find the right opportunity. It could be it now. Oh, a Storm. He's going to get LSA'd, or sorry, RP'd in the middle lane. Do they have the follow-up
he's
stuns
alive.
in time? They actually don't. He's still alive. Chain Frost is certainly bouncing around, but there goes the counter initiation. They blow up the Shadow Demon. Lina gets on top of the Doom before she's stunned up by Manic, who gets right on top of her. She finds herself Doom, but still has the BKB to try and escape. Manic running her down. How? Doing what he can, as it's going to be the Alchemist. In the meantime, making quick work of these backliners, including that Storm Spirit. That is a 1,000 gold bounty there. All of a sudden, the fight swings back the other way. Alchemist, he still has his Chemical Rage, but he no longer has a BKB, and Manic has him inside the Wukong's command before the Alk is able to just barely walk off that damage. Cannot fight through the Doom, though, as Lina trapped and shackled in the river. She is the next to go down. That is going to make 2 cores, and both supports it by the looks of it, as Manic finishing this fight in style with the double kill. He is everywhere, and he wants this last kill. They know where this Magnus is, and he's got it there with the Boundless Strike. A triple for him. Lich ends up buying back. He actually ran past a ward on his way out of the base, but this is... It's just over,
Oh, they
GG.
just GG? Okay. That was-
What?
I thought there's still like a fight in them. Just somehow. felt
I
like-
agree.
Okay. That was
I'm shocked.
Unexpected. I thought there was at least one more team fight. At least one.
Wow, that's it for Team Light, though. They are going to be eliminated with that. A 2-1 victory for Team Crocodile, as they will come back